When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefellers, we fly higher than weather.
Hey YouTubers, it is Magnolia26. I saw a comment where somebody wanted an update. So here I am. So last time I talked to you, I told you that I could tell I had a little bit of gain. I thought that was like 151 or 152, and I was 153 or 154. I'm not sure which, whatever. And it was like a little bit of a surprise to me. I was like, oh. But then again, I had to remind myself, well, I've been saying I'm 145, but the truth is, I only had two 145 weigh-ins. I don't know, wishful thinking. And I had, the rest were like 147, 148. So that's like, 5, 6, 7 pounds, depending on which numbers you use. But I will say, while I got a little bit down about it, it's not the same thing. I didn't sweat it in the same way. I immediately went back to basics. I immediately started counting my ounces of fluid, making sure I was getting at least 64. What I did was I cut out, the extra stuff I shouldn't really be having, like my chocolate treats. Well, I didn't earn them, so I can't have those. And nuts, I was snacking on nuts a lot. And I told you this, that I remember my surgeon saying during the orientation, regain from nuts, because just dense calories like this much is like 250 calories. I mean, you might as well eat a donut. Stella's getting big, huh? Say hi, Stella. Over here. That's where I'm at. So I weighed the other day, and I was like 151, almost 150. I wasn't the other day, it was like a week and a half ago. So I'm thinking this week I'm probably 150, 149 or so. It'd be nice if I was 148. But I go to the doctor on Wednesday for my thyroid. I've been hypothyroid, and I'll get weighed then on a real scale, so I'm going to just surprise myself. But I get nervous when I weigh in at the doctor, so now I'm like extra vigilant. So besides my back to basics, I don't get extra carbs as treats because I didn't earn them, and making sure I get my water, and having a shake for lunch sometimes. I had to push my activity, because the truth is, all of this can also be married to the fact that I've been really sedentary. I was starting to walk again a couple weeks ago, and then we got deep freeze, single digits, and I just can't walk in that weather with my asthma. I was considering my gym membership, but I've just kind of come to not be down with the gym. And last year, for the whole year, I paid $70 a month and went twice, because I was happier outside or at home. So I'll do that if I need to, but basically I've kind of pulled together the stuff that I have. So I have my resistance bands, I have my adjustable weight kettlebell, I have my Aero Pilates machine that I got from QVC for $60 a month, and what else? And on television, most of us who have cable subscriptions can also get to free subscriptions for yoga or anything like that. On my TV, I can go to Amazon Prime, and there are different kinds of exercise workouts, Pilates, yoga, cardio, blah, 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 that you get free with Amazon Prime. Same thing if you have Xfinity. There are things you get free with Xfinity. There are things you get with Netflix. So I'm just pulling together my resources. I have to tell you, this is some of my favorite stuff, though. I love core work. I love anything that has to do with Pilates. I like resistance because it slenderizes me. I can be the same weight and wear a whole size larger or smaller depending on my muscle tone. And lately, I think the feeling that I've been having has much less to do with the number on the scale than my tone, because I got sedentary. I just wasn't feeling it as much. After a couple days, I'm feeling that again. I love that feeling of being Yeah, that's right. Strong. I like feeling strong. Okay, that's it. I'm happy, so happy with my sleep. So happy to like live this kind of normal life where if you gain 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds, you feel it. Like it feels like a lot. When you're like 300 pounds and you gain that weight, you don't even know. It's like, oh, my finger's bigger. And I realize that I'm starting to learn my life and my new body in that way. I'm starting to learn these small little fluctuations, even a pound or two fluctuation, like I can feel it. And I'm tuning in, just tuning in. It's like listening to a very faint sound. And once you concentrate on it, it gets louder and louder, and you can really start to hear the details of what you're hearing. That's what tuning into my body is feeling like. And that also has to do with tuning into how I feel when I eat certain foods. First thing I remembered was how much better I feel when I'm having like a huge cup of tea or green tea every day. I haven't had green tea for a couple months. So I started introducing another cup of tea at night. I started having little momentary meditations when I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for a meeting to happen. I'm sitting here working while I'm watching TV and I just stop for a moment. So I'm just feeling my body. I read or heard something recently that said that when you are meditating and you're doing a body check, concentrating on your breathing, concentrating on the feeling of your weight against the floor, concentrating on relaxing your tongue, your shoulders, that your mind is using your brain is using a part of the brain that you also engage when you're having like racing mind, the kind of things that keep you up at night when you're laying in bed. And that if you engage meditation and the body check, that your brain can't do both things at the same time. So you can't meditate and simultaneously worry about dinner or worry about your taxes or worry about your homework. Now you can meditate and continue to slip into it because you're having trouble meditating. But once you get better at meditating, you're able to still your mind and stay in that place of the body check. That's why it works. It keeps all that other stuff on the other side of the door. And as a racing mind aficionado, I can say that that's a good thing for me. All right. I have to get back to work. One last thing. Another nice new Fabletics outfit. These two didn't come together, but I bought them separately, but they go nicely. Here are the pants. Ooh, pants. There's nice detail on the arm and the back. I really like this. It's like a lavenderish gray. Grayish lavender slate. I don't know what they call it, but it's pretty cool. I'll insert some pictures so that you can see the detail a little bit more. I hope you guys are doing well. I am too.
When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefellers. We fly higher than weather, and cheap vibes are better. You know me.